have some fun, eh? Let's go. Righto. Today's special guest on the Inside... there he goes already. A special guest today on the Inside Ball is... this guy's an entertainer. He's got great energy on the field, off the field. He's a try scorer. And he's an all-round great fella. Josh Addo-Carr. Welcome to the Inside Ball, Josh.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me, Kevie, bro.
Yeah. How are you, mate? First up, you well? You started the season well?
Yeah, I've been good, bro. I've been good. It's good to finally kick the season off. It's been a long pre-season. But yeah, it's good to finally play some footy, bro.
Yeah, right. Now, I'm just going to take you back to the back end of last year. I got a phone call from a number that I didn't recognise, and it was you. What made you pick up the phone and ring the Australian coach?
To be honest, bro, I had a pretty good year. The first time at my first year at Apparel, and everyone was telling me to give you a call. So I'm like, do I give him a call? And I know I just had the heart to give you a call and sort of just give you just let you know that I would be ready if you needed me to come on tour and rip in for the Kangaroos, bro. So yeah, bro, heaps of people telling me to give you a call. So just thought I'd reach out and let you know that I was keen to play.
Yeah, well, mate, I'm so pleased you made the call because the tour was it worked out really well, mate. And I don't normally answer calls if I don't know the number, but I just, sometimes that your gut instinct tells you to answer it. I'm so pleased that I did pick up, and you actually had a great tour. How much fun was it over there, Josh? How good was it?
Yeah, no, it was so fun, especially when you work with good people in yourself, coaching staff and the players. It definitely makes it a lot more enjoyable. And the footy's a bonus, bro. When you represent your country with good people, it's it speaks for itself, I suppose. But yeah, on tour over there it was mad. Like you set the camp up really good. The leaders led the style of play how we wanted to play, and you sort of set the standard for us, and the rest we took control of.
Now, Josh, you bring a lot of energy and personality to everything that you do, right? Do you feel a responsibility? First of all, where does that come from? Is that something you've always been like that, or?
I've definitely always been loud. Everyone says you can usually hear me before you see me, but it's something I really took board on after on the field. My biggest teacher was Billy Slater, and he was a mad talker. Obviously, we don't play the same positions, but outside backs helping. The boys, like your centres, wingers, centres, halfbacks, forwards. If I could talk and help those guys do their job on the field, it's going to help me do my job on the field. So just sort of learnt a lot of him in that communication. But just off the field, I don't know. I feel like when I'm quiet, I'm in my own head and all that kind of stuff. So I just try be myself as much as I can. So I'm not too worried about what I have to do on the field because I already know that I've done the work. So, yeah, just try to be myself wherever I go.
Do you feel a responsibility, though, to entertain people? Because you're known as the entertainer, whether you're on the field or off the field or on the way to training on the team bus. Do you feel a responsibility to the fans and to everyone that's who you are and you need to do that all the time?
I guess so. Like, I get paid to score tries and save tries, bro. So I feel like... we play in entertainment sport, so I feel like that is my role, bro. So and I enjoyed it. I enjoy it, sorry, and I'm a big noter, bro, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah, well, I love the energy, mate. When the first day on that bus, like I thought, Josh, and you just kept going, mate. I loved it. I know, obviously, all the team did as well. There's no bullshit about it either. It's genuine energy that you bring, which every team, would appreciate. And I'm an energy person as well, and everyone just feeds off it. So it's great stuff, mate. Right now, you're a try scorer. 160 you clocked last weekend, right?
Yep.
Are you chasing the record? Do you think you can get the record?
Not at the rate that AJ is going at, but. Yeah, it's definitely a goal to get there. I feel like I've got plenty of football left in me. Body's feeling great, feeling fast, feeling fit. But yeah, it's definitely a goal. I do write goals at the start of the year, so that's how I operate. So yeah, that's definitely a goal, bro.
Yeah, right. Now, this speed that you have, right? How much of that is just like for all the kids at home that want to be playing the NRL and want to be fast and want to be like Josh Addo-Carr? How much of it is natural, and how hard have you worked on your speed? And since what age, did you start doing that? Were you really committed to being one of the fastest winger in the NRL. The Foxx, he flies, mate.
Yeah, I've always been pretty quick. Growing up, went to state for athletics through school and all that kind of stuff. But for me, as I got older, as I started climbing through the ranks through rugby league, like SG Ball, Harold Mats, under 20s, and all that kind of stuff, when training got a bit more serious, that's when I sort of started to get a bit more faster, get a bit more stronger, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, but I've worked
Yeah.
my absolute backside off to obviously get where I'm at today. It is a massive strength of mine. So I try get it even better if that makes sense. Because that's what's got me
Yeah.
to where I am today. So always got to work on your strengths.
Right.
So
Now,
yeah,
definitely, mate. Let's go back to the beginning, to your childhood. You were born in Blacktown.
yep,
Yep. New South Wales. When did footy start for you, mate? Was it 3 years of age? Your mum took you down to training and you
yep.
started playing, or what?
Yeah, so I was born in Blacktown. Mum
3
and
years.
dad. Yeah, I was 3 years of age. I was 3 years of age, so I was born in Blacktown. Mum and dad lived at Doonside, so I played for the Dooney Roos. Back then, I was only three. There's a
Are they
funny
still
story.
around, the Dooney Roos?
Yeah, they're still around. They're still a strong club. My dad's family still live out there. Mum ended up moving back
Yeah.
to Redfern, where my mum's side of the family's from. But
Yeah.
yeah, but that's where it all started for me. My first game was in fog, so when we're playing footy, you can only see our little legs running around. That's what Mum always used to say. So, um, little curry legs running around, bro. But yeah,
Yes. Last legs too, mate.
but yeah, that's where it all started for me, bro. And then mum and dad separated. Then we moved back into the city where mum's side of the family's from, and I played footy for Elwood Saints. Played there for a couple of years, and went to La Perouse Panthers. Actually played alongside AJ back then as well, Alex Johnson. So we got a bit of footy
Oh,
history
right.
there. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy that we're in the, sort of the top 10 try scorers all the time. But that's another story. But yeah, that's how my pretty much my footy career started.
Right. Now, you dropped out of school. Wasn't for you, eh?
Yeah, I dropped out of school year nine. Personal reasons within the family sort of made me drop out of school, so I moved up to Brisbane with my dad, and I just started working with dad as a removalist. I was earning about $500 a week, pretty much just watching my dad work, just making sure he's all right, spinning yarns on the side.
Yeah.
And yeah, and school. I feel like school wasn't for me. I was only there to play football. My lack of concentration in class wasn't the best. I'd always, just struggle to concentrate on tasks and all that kind of stuff at school. Learning on whiteboards and chalkboards wasn't my thing, but yeah, I was there to play football because I went to school at Maxwell
Yep.
Sports, and they'd always tell me I couldn't play because I wasn't doing my homework and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it sort of all worked out in the end. I didn't just leave school and just bludge around. I went and actually worked with my dad, so it definitely opened my eyes up for sure.
Yeah. What about the time in the youth detention centre? That was a big
Yeah,
learning curve for you, wasn't it?
yeah, it was, bro. It was. It was definitely a massive wake up call. But back in them days, back in them days, it was tough, bro, because the stuff I was doing, I was trying to make money on the side, and obviously all caught up on me. But that moment getting locked up was a massive wake up call because before that I was at South training, and when I got home, that's when the police were waiting for me at the front door, and I'm like, here we go, what have I done now?
Yeah.
And then sort of the whole process and all that kind of stuff, I'm just like, no, it's not for me because I know heaps of boys in my family, friends, all that kind of stuff that are into that stuff. Getting locked up, living that lifestyle. This wasn't for me
Yeah.
right at the time, so it was a massive wake up call, and it definitely set me up to want more in football and to be a professional athlete. So I feel like it was a blessing in disguise, bro. Everything that happened to me, yeah.
Yeah. So you went from South in the was it the Jersey Flegg over to Cronulla, a couple of years over there in the under 20s.
So it was South, SG Ball, Harold Mats. Got into trouble. I've got into trouble with the police, and just played park football with Moore Park.
What sort of things were you doing, Josh? What were you doing? Like stealing cars or something? Or what were you doing?
Yeah, I was. It was a bit of yeah, it was a bit of fun there. I was stealing cars, doing little robberies and all that kind of stuff. And looking back at it now, I wish I didn't do it, but definitely shaped me into the man I am today.
No,
So yeah, I used to
all
do all
part of
that
your
stuff,
growing,
right?
mate. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it is right. It is because it was always in front of me, all that stuff, that criminal stuff we want to
yeah,
call it. A lot of my family members and friends and all that kind of stuff did it. So yeah, bro, it definitely shaped me into the man I am.
yeah. Well, you found a way out, mate, because your
Mm,
NRL career has been amazing and still going, obviously.
mm,
You won 2 premierships with the Storm, 2017 and 2020. World Club Challenge winner,
yep,
Origin Series wins, 2018, 2019,
yep.
2021. Dally M Winger of the Year, World Cup winner, Ashes Series winner, and you played over 200 NRL games. What's some of your career big moments, mate, that you really sort of take pride in your sort of trophy captain as such?
Obviously debuting. That's the first step. That's what every rugby league player wants to achieve. That's special because that was at a tough period as well when I debuted and still found a way
Was
to
that for the
make everything work.
Tigers?
That was for the Tigers, yeah. And I was a massive Tiger supporter too. So back in the
Yeah,
day,
that was against the Melbourne Storm, wasn't it?
that was against the boys, yeah, against Cam, no, not Billy, Cam Munster, Cam Smith, and Coops. So that was
Yeah.
yeah, it was a last minute thing, bro. I got the call up captain's run, and I literally just signed a contract 24 hours before I debuted with the Storm. So it was no one knew. I actually just signed the contract to go to the Storm, bro. So rugby league's funny,
Right. How good is
but
that?
yeah, yeah, it's good. It was good. What was the question again, bro?
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah. You
yep.
scored a try on debut for the Tigers against the Storm, and Big Suli Vunivalu was he against you on the other side of the field, but he made his debut for the Storm as well.
I scored a try. I was carrying on a bit like I do. I do still do today. Sully Vunivalu was on the opposite wing. Yeah. Sully was on the opposite wing. He scored two tries, and yeah, it's funny. It's funny the way that things work out. End up winning two premierships with him, with the Storm, and yeah. Looking back at it now, bro, I wish I could do it all over again. That's for sure.
Well, tell us about your 2017 grand final, mate, for the Storm.
Yep.
You played the Cowboys. What's your memories of that grand final, mate? What's some good memories from there?
Just yeah, you know how hard it is to get to a grand final and to do it with your team that you've worked so hard with throughout the whole preseason, the whole year. And that very moment, I've never been so nervous in a game my whole entire life. That was probably the biggest game of my whole life at that time. Just standing the national anthem,
Yeah,
standing in front of 100,000 people. That's your last game of the year.
yeah,
It's do or die. The pressure I felt that night was there. It was through the roof. But yeah, I got a bit emotional, all that kind of stuff because how hard we worked and all that kind of stuff through childhood and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, bro,
yeah.
that was mad. When I scored my first try in the grand final, I'll never forget that. The gap just opened up for me. I knew Willie Chambers was
Tell
going
us
to get
about it,
tapped.
mate.
Yeah, I knew when Willie Chambers was going to get tackled around the legs. I knew that he had a little offload in him, so I just pushed up in support, and the gap opened up for me. I think a Cowboys player ran into the referee, and then I just took off, and the rest was history, bro.
Bang.
So that was a special memory that I'll never forget. I'll, yeah, I remember that as clear as
Yeah.
day.
You got 2 tries that night, mate. You must have scored another one somehow. What was that one? Just a length of the fielder,
Yeah.
or what was it?
Nah, it was a cheeky long ball from Tohu Harris, bro. Yeah, so I just had to put the ball down, catch and put the ball down.
Right.
I wasn't allowed. I
Oh,
wasn't
you're
allowed
good
to
at
layer
doing
up
that
back
too.
in the Storm days.
He,
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to layer up.
yeah. Now, is there a story behind that or not? Did Craig Bellamy drag you into his office one year?
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, he did, bro. He did. He goes, "Oh, we're just not about this stuff because I was all my tries now. When I was doing like a runaway trial, we put my hand up like, yeah, woo, you know." He's like, "Mate, we're not about that. We can't be doing that here." And I'm like, sweet, bro, sweet, I won't do it,
So you straight into the Storm, mate. Straight into a grand final. Next year you're playing Origin. Now I was actually coaching Queensland in 2018 against you,
Yeah.
you bugger. Right? You play. Yeah, you can laugh about it now, lad.
Sorry.
But I used to love calling your name on Fox League when I was
Yeah,
doing the commentary because I was a fan of yours, like most rugby league people are, and then trying to coach against you was bloody hard. Anyway,
yeah,
2018 Origin debut,
yep.
proud moment for you. Must have been surely New South Wales.
Yeah. Well, I never ever really played representative football growing up, so that was sort of the first time I represented my state. So again, the pressure was through the roof. That night or that whole week, you know how media is and all that kind of stuff, and how big Origin is. But it was a very
Yeah,
proud moment, bro. Like all the hard work you put in through the season when I was at the Storm. Getting rewarded to put the Blues jersey on to
yeah,
play for your state and to play against Queensland as well. My dad's side of the family's from Cairns, bro. So there's a bit of rivalry there.
right.
So yeah, bro. So yeah, bro. So yeah, it was a special moment for me and my family. That's for sure, bro.
So you had a lot of family there that night, did you, in Sydney?
Yep, had a lot. My debut was in Melbourne. I was in Melbourne.
Oh, Melbourne, right? Okay.
It was in Melbourne, but I did have a lot of
And you
family
had a
there.
lot of fam.
Yep, they travelled down. They travelled down to Melbourne that night, and they loved it, bro. That's what I love about rugby league, just bringing family along, making them make memories with you and lifelong memories, bro. So it's good.
Right now, you made the grand final in 2018 as well against the Roosters.
Yep.
What happened that night with Cooper Cronk? Was that Cooper Cronk's shoulder that night?
Yeah, it was, bro. Yeah, it was. So I think we beat the Sharks in the prelim, and Billy Slater got put on report for a shoulder charge. He was going in to try save a tackle, and he braced himself, so it looked
Yeah,
like a shoulder charge. So I feel like
yeah,
that sort of might have been like, I don't know, I could be wrong, but it was like that sort of like, because Billy wasn't a chance and Jerome Hughes was going to come in to fill his position in. Um, but when he got all clear to play, it's sort of like, oh yeah, no, we're sweet, we got it. Like it's sort of just relaxed us a bit too much. Yeah, we got the best fullback to ever
yeah.
play the game back in the team.
That can
So,
happen.
and it might have, I don't know, it might have, put us, misplaced us, or if is that a word? What is that like? You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, that night, yeah, we played. Yeah, the start of a game. I think we made a couple of errors, dropped the ball a couple of times, put ourselves under pressure. We're trying to find Coops. His shoulder was busted, and sort of we just didn't stick to that game
Yeah.
plan, bro. And Roosters are too good, too big, too strong, and they just out kicked us, I suppose. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Shit
was a tough
happens,
night.
mate. Doesn't it all the time in footy?
Does, bro, it
Yeah.
does.
All right. 2019 Origin Series again. Good year again for your Kangaroos debut. Tell us about your Kangaroos debut, mate. Where was that at?
That was at Wollongong, bro. It was against the New Zealand. Yeah, it was against New Zealand. I was going to say New Zealand Warriors. Yeah, New Zealand.
Yeah.
That was a special moment, bro. I had my
Yeah.
two grandparents there, had my parents there, extended family, yeah, my wife, my kids. Yeah, it was mad, bro. It was a mad night. Just another reward for playing good football and representing your country. Like I said, I never really played representative football before, and that was another proud moment for my family.
You mentioned your grandfather. That's how you get your nickname, isn't it? The Fox. Is that through your bloodlines of your grandfather?
Yeah, so yeah, my grandfather's so my great grandfather, his name was Wally Fox. So he was from Warren, just out west of New South Wales there, and they used to call him Fox
Yeah.
too, because obviously his last name. But yeah, and
Yeah.
they used to call my grandfather Wally Fox as well, and then Mum started calling me Fox when I started playing football, and it just stuck with me ever since.
So you've had it. How long have you had the nickname for? Since school or what?
Yeah, since I started playing football, since that day I played for Dooney Roos, bro, when I was running around in the fog.
Okay, you've had it a long time, brother. You've had it a long time. Now, that's 2019. You won that game for the Aussies, clearly. Score a try?
Yeah, I scored a couple tries by that tour. Um, yeah, it was mad, bro. Like I can't explain how good the feeling was. Playing with the best players in the world, and it was good, bro.
Yeah. All right. That's 2019 done. 2020, another grand final against the
Yep,
Panthers.
yep,
How
yes,
good?
yes. That was again, like it's so hard to get to a premiership, but yeah, the Panthers were flying that year. I think they only won like I think they won, I only lost like two games or three games that year. and we were lucky enough to
Yeah.
get him in the grand final. They were such a young team. It's sort of when their dynasty started. So yeah, lucky enough we got the job
Yeah.
done that night. They were coming back that night. I think it was like 26-0 half time or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, they come back.
Yeah, it was.
It was 20 to 26, so they fought their way back. But they're a wonderful team, and we definitely put the work in that night, but almost fell short. But we got the job done in the end, which was good.
Right, another premiership for the Foxx. How good. 2021.
Yep.
I'm just skipping through this, mate. These are some of your highlights. In round 9, you scored 6 tries for the Storm, which is obviously a club record.
Yep.
50-0 over the Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
Do you remember that night? What can you tell us about that night, mate?
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that night like it was yesterday. Yeah, I was just at the right spots at the right time that night. Most of the trial, all I had to do was just catch the ball and put it down. But yeah, I think we won 20. I think we won 19 games straight that year. So we was flying that year. Nico Hines was at fullback. Had Juzzy Olin there, Cameron Munster, Cameron Smith. Well, no, Cameron Smith retired that year. Sorry. So yeah, we were flying that year, bro. 19 games
Yeah.
straight, and yeah, I was just lucky enough to be in a great team.
Did you score, like, when you were playing junior footy, did you score a lot of tries? Like, at what position did you play?
Bro,
Were you
I
always on the
played.
wing, or were you fullback, or in the halves, or?
No, I played everywhere, bro. So I played a bit of fullback, obviously wing center, um, and wherever my coaches really needed me to play, I just played. But yeah, I was mostly fullback, bro, back in the day.
Yeah, and did you,
Yep.
like, you got 12, there's 13 of the Addo-Carrs, isn't there? 13 of you, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, my dad's kids. I'm one of 13. So yeah, yeah, yeah. A massive
So was
family,
there a lot
bro.
of backyard footy and stuff, or what?
Yes. Oh, so I'm the second oldest, bro. So yeah, I'm the second oldest. But I used to just play footy with all my cousins and my older brother. So I got one older brother, and or I've got over like 200 first cousins, bro. So just always play football on the street, in the
Oh,
park, in the backyards, at Nan's house,
yeah.
on the front lawn. So I was always playing footy, bro.
Righto. Now, you came back to Sydney after
Yep.
21, your time with the Storm, back to the
Yep.
Bulldogs.
Yep.
Was that, was that, I did read, my research tells me it was more family reasons than anything else to get back to Sydney. You missed
Yeah.
your family in Sydney. Was that a
Yeah,
fair
it
call?
was. Yeah, it was, bro. So my last 2 years at the Storm, my grandfather passed away a year before I left, or 2 years before. So I was still contracted with the Storm, and I was back and forth to Sydney to see my grandfather Wally because he was sick in hospital, and just wanted to move back just because I wish I spent more time with him, and just made me realize, yeah, spending more time with my family, parents, and all my cousins and brothers and sisters and all that kind of stuff. So that was the biggest reason. And yeah,
Beautiful stuff, mate. And your time in Sydney you had a couple of years at the Bulldogs,
yep.
and now you're at the Eels. You enjoying your time at Parramatta under
I,
Rylesy?
l- I love it at Parramatta, bro. Like, it's a great club. Like what Ryles he's brought to the club. It's because he was down in Melbourne when I was down there. So it's whatever, whatever he's teaching. What he's teaching now. Sorry, at Parramatta, it was so easy to transition into coming into Parramatta because I've already been there, done that with him. So just helping the young boys,
Yeah,
train, prepare, all that kind of stuff, and what he's brought to the club. He's brought everyone together. He's created a great footy program, administration, gym CEO, Mark O'Neill buckets. He's great. It's a great club to be a part of. That's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. But and your time at the Bulldogs was it cut short, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And
it
then you
was
went
cut.
back labouring, didn't you? So
Yeah,
you tell me about. Well, you don't have to tell me, but you got moved on from the
yep,
Bulldogs, right?
yep.
And you went back labouring.
Yeah, so I moved.
How was that? That must have been tough for you.
Yeah, it was, bro. Like it was, obviously a tough period. But I I wasn't doing much. I was still I was on holidays at that period as well. So I thought I'd ring up a good friend of mine and go start working. End up reaching the papers, and yeah, just sort of obviously that was a tough period. So I just had to do something while everything was getting sorted in the background, and end up reaching the papers, which is fine. So. yeah, it definitely opened up my eyes, bro. You know that there's fellas out there that's doing it tougher than me, and just opened my eyes, bro. It was a blessing in disguise, I think.
Yeah. And so how did the connection with Para happen? Was that a phone call from your manager or they reached out to you or how did
Uh,
that happen?
I actually reached out. I reached out to Ryles. There was a couple clubs that wanted me, but I actually reached out to Ryles with a phone call because he just signed with Parramatta, and I said, bro, like, I'd love to,
Yeah.
I'd love to link up with you again. I'd love to help you, rebuild the club and ask him a few questions, what he'd want from me and all that kind of stuff, and give me a rundown and I said, bro, like, yeah, I can do it. I can help you with that. And then I told him I won't let him down and end up signing a 2-year contract with him, bro. And that was probably one of the best decisions, definitely.
Right. And you're going well with the Eels at the moment. Well, they're going big game this weekend, but
Ooh.
this Parramatta stint for you has been very rewarding. Of course, you got yourself back into the
Yep.
Kangaroos. Did you? No, you didn't play Origin last year, did you? Because you're injured.
No. Yeah, yeah. I done my what I, d- I no, no, not last year. The year before that, when I was at the Dogs, no, I did a syndesmosis, but last year I didn't. No, I missed out. Missed out. Yep.
Yeah. Do you expect to be back in the Origin arena this year, Josh?
Oh, I'd love to, Kevie. I'd love to.
Well, you want to, obviously.
Yeah, I 100% I'd want to, bro. Just but like everyone knows, you got to play good football for your club, and that's what I plan to do, bro. I'm
Yeah.
trying to stay present, playing well now, and then hopefully get
Yeah.
rewarded with the Blues jersey, bro. That's for sure.
Yeah. Does it annoy you sometimes when Queenslanders, and I'm a Queenslander, but also obviously coaching Australia, so I've got total
Yep.
respect, but when people say that the Queenslanders have more respect and they enjoy Origin more and they're more up for it than New South Wales, does that annoy you or get under your skin a bit when you hear that sort of
Yeah,
talk?
it does. It does, bro. It does. Like, because I know how much it means to the players and the state of New South Wales. Like, yeah, we're just as passionate as you Queenslanders. There's that healthy rivalry there, but
Yeah.
when you're actually in camp, you can feel the rivalry between Queensland and New South Wales, and I absolutely love that. The competition, playing against the best players, and you're versing another state, like a state versus state, mate versus mate. So, and I love that, bro. So, I do. It does get under my skin when people say that. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Have you got an early memory of Origin as a kid, like growing up? Have you got something that you can remember from Origin that you sort of take
Um.
with you, and try and inspire you? What's your earliest memories of Origin, state of Origin? It's obviously Queensland winning, but but
Bro, I grew up in that era where Queensland dominated, bro. But I loved I love Matty King, bro. Matty King, obviously same position, but he always had a crack, bro. He was the
yeah,
littlest fellow, but he always had a crack, bro. But he ran hard. He was passionate about the jersey, and I don't know. I just love watching him play, and he had that long frizzy hair, So yeah, bro.
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
yeah. He's a good
he was
player, mate, for New
probably.
South Wales.
Yeah, he was, bro. Yeah, he was. But he's one fella that stood out for me, bro. Just
Very
because,
reliable.
yeah.
Yeah, very reliable. Right now, off field, Josh, you got a bit going on as well. How do you fit all? How many? What do you got? How many kids have you got right
So I've
now?
got I've got 3 kids, 3 kids, bro. Yeah, they're mission
Right.
too,
So you
bro.
got
They're
three
running my.
kids. You're married up, and you
I
just
jumped off
like
the
you,
wall,
mate. The
bro.
apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? Righto. Now, look, you're a director of Let's Trot Apparel.
Yep.
How's that going, mate? You guys, I was on your website earlier today. Is
Yes,
that going
thank you,
well for
bro.
you?
Yeah, it's going very, very well, bro. I've owned it for the last 5 years, or been running for the last 5 years. Yeah, we sell merchandise online,
Yep.
www.letstrot.com.au. I've got a t-shirt on here and I've got a hat on here. I
Yeah.
started that five
Yeah, I
years
see
ago,
that, mate.
bro. Started that 5 years ago. It's going really well. I'm into my fashion, bro, so it's sort of a little hobby that I've got on the side. I've got a great team behind me that designs, sorts out all the media stuff and all that kind of stuff out, runs our social media. So it's going
Yeah.
really, really well, bro, and it's something I'll definitely fall back onto after football.
Yeah. So do you design the clothes or someone else does that for you? Do you have an input in what actually the style of the
Yep.
clothing and the like? Because I know you're a
Y-
pretty smart dresser. I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
that
I do, bro.
on the kangaroo tour. Pretty
Yeah,
sharp, lad.
I do design the clothes. Like, my team will design something. We'll have a look at it. If we have to change a few things, we'll change a few things. But yeah, I always have the last say, pretty much, bro. Yeah.
Right. And you're also a director of Labour Hire Group. Is it
Yeah.
Digi Group? Is that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your
Indigi
involvement
Group.
there, mate?
Yeah, so I'm the director of Indigi Group. Me and my wife run that with a good friend of mine. But yeah, it's an indigenous company, so we run traffic control and labour hire, wherever it's skilled labour, general labour, whatever these tier one companies need.
Right.
We'll source the workers out for them. But our main focus is indigenous workers, supporting them. But if we can't find indigenous
Yep.
workers, we donate money to charities or to local community centres and all that kind of stuff to play our part in the community. So yeah, it's something my wife loves doing. So she sort of runs that because she's very, very smart, and I'm pretty much just the face
Yep.
of it, bro. And something I'll definitely lean towards when I do finish playing. But yeah, she's the brains, and I'm the good looking one, bro. So
Yep.
that's good.
Yes, the Foxx. Hey, Foxx, what about this the Foxx development squad? How do I get to be part of that, mate? How does that work?
Oh, so yeah, it's just a little it's just a little rugby league clinic that we're going to run. So it's going to be like a 12-week program for young kids from say 6 to 15, just to develop their skills
Yep.
going into their footy season, whether they play rep football or just junior
Yep.
footy. But yeah, it's also going to be a holiday clinic for parents that that want to send their kids to have a bit of fun, to do fun activity, whether it's rugby league, whether it's playing, bull rush and all that kind of stuff. Just bringing them in for the
Yep.
day and just have a little holiday clinic for the kids. Maybe, I don't know, 3 days of the holidays, and just support kids, get them outside. All the kids are on their iPads and on their phones and all that kind of stuff. So sort of come up with a little holiday clinic there, and yeah, bro, it's mad.
Mate, what about when you're not playing footy? You've obviously got a few jobs and chores to get through there, but how do you relax, mate? How does the Foxx
Yep.
just wind down and take some time out?
I do have a lot on, bro, but I have the right people around me to support me, obviously. But when I do get a chance to wind down, bro, I love riding my e-bike around, listening to music, going to get a coffee. I can't sit around at home too much, bro, because I'll start getting itchy feet, bro. I'll start doing a shake leg, but just want to get outside and and just want to get where it's nice and quiet, bro, nice and quiet, and ride my bike. That's all I like doing.
Well, I've seen you hooting around in that little red moped too. Is that part of
The
your garage equipment? Or what?
Oh, nah, it's a good friend of mine's, bro, but I'll definitely buy one. I'll definitely want to buy one.
Have you seen that clip on socials
I
where
might
you're
have to
ripping
pick you up,
around?
bro.
Is
I'll
that,
go for a cruise, bro.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you any day, Foxx. You're the man, mate. You're running Parramatta at the moment, mate. How do you want to be remembered, Josh? When you finish playing, how do you want to be remembered, mate? What's your legacy you want to leave behind?
My legacy, first and foremost, everyone remembering me as being a good person before a footy player, and just for being a football player. I just want my teammates and everyone I played with to remember me as being someone that they love to play with every week, and on top of that, being a good person and trying to help out as much as I could. And yeah, that's pretty much it, bro.
Yeah, that's good, mate. That's awesome, mate. Now you're from your family have got some good sporting bloodlines, haven't they? Right.
Yep.
Your grandfather Wally, he was a champion boxer.
Yep. Yeah, Wally Carr. Yeah, he's in the Guinness Book of Records for fighting in every division that boxing holds. So from featherweight to heavyweight, he fought in every division. He fought all over the world. He had 101 professional fights. It was a funny story there. There's Craig Bellamy used to watch him in the circus. So back in the day, they used to fight in the circus in the tents, and used to get the crowd.
Yeah.
They used to get the crowd involved to fight people, and Pop was one of them fellas that they used to fight, which is pretty funny if you ask me, because it was actually pretty good money back in the day when they fought in the tents, bro. So Craig Bellamy remembers watching him in
I've seen
Canberra.
that tent, mate.
Yeah. But yeah,
Right.
Pop was a
Mate, they're
wonderful
crazy.
human,
That's
mate.
wild, mate. Was that bare knuckle too, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Well, they put
bare
gloves on.
knuckle,
They put gloves on.
But yeah, Pop
Shit.
was he was a wonderful person, bro. And everywhere I go, bro, I swear all over Australia, like all the old fellas that I meet, or like know of my Pop, bro. So yeah, miss him a lot, bro. That's for sure.
Yeah. Cool, mate. And family's huge in your world, Josh, isn't it?
Yeah,
You love your family
yeah,
and like sticking together as one. Hey.
yeah. Nah, definitely, bro. Like I got three beautiful kids. They. They get me up every morning. They give me purpose, and just the best job in the world is being a dad and them being proud of their dad. And just showing them a life that I sort of never really had, and one that they can enjoy, and seeing their dad be the best he can be, so they can be the best they can be, and giving them everything they need. So that's something I love and I'm very proud of.
Yeah, good man. Well said too. Righto. Let's talk a little bit now about your Indigenous background, like the All
Yep.
Stars, the
Yeah.
Indigenous All Stars game. I love
Yep.
it. Right, I've never been part of it, but as
Yep.
a fan, I
Yep.
love it. That must be something special to play in. Like
I
every year, that game's on.
Yeah, I absolutely love it, bro. Like when I first got involved with the All Stars, it was the best week of my life in terms of culture. You never really get to learn about your culture outside of footy. And that week, you got culture advisors. You're around the boys, having fun, having a laugh, learn about your culture. But yeah, that week's so special, Brian. We're looking to evolve the All Stars. We're looking to change the date
Yep.
in terms of having it at the end of the year and helping these young, oh, sorry, not these young, but these smaller nations in PNG, Fiji, Lebanon, Cook Islands. See if we can actually jump in the pack champs and help support them and play against us to prepare against Australia, New Zealand, Tonga,
Yep.
Samoa. These teams that are going really really well. Actually trying to strengthen these teams coming through the pack champs, bro.
Right.
So
So
and also giving these opportunities for these young indigenous athletes playing against the best, obviously representing the All Stars, but just giving them an opportunity to play representative football at the end of the year, rewarding them for all their hard work through the year too. So that's something we want to try to evolve.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so it's not a one-off game like it is at the moment. You want to play like in a series with the Cook Islands and Fiji, all those developing sort of countries that are still learning their skill as a rugby league nation. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, correct, bro. Yeah, so we want to help these smaller nations prepare for the Aussie team for these big nation teams that are going really well at the moment. So yeah, we want more series and to reward our All Stars team in the players. Sorry, so yeah, that's something we want to do.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan, mate. And people like you, with your standing in the game,
Yeah,
can obviously influence.
yep,
You met Peter Volandis
yep,
overseas on the Kangaroo tour.
yeah,
I think it's not so much your responsibility, but I think the time is right for guys like yourself who are obviously leaders and to go and make this happen, mate. So I
yeah.
encourage you to take that forward, certainly. Righto,
Thank you, bro.
a couple of questions to finish, mate. These are rapid fire, right? Are there any other hobbies or passions that Josh Addo-Carr does that we don't know about?
Other hobbies or I've got so I've got a charity as well. It's called JSE Academy. It's based on education for young Indigenous kids. So that's a hobby and a passion
Right.
that I'm extremely into. So that's something I do too in the background, supporting charities, supporting kids through their education and just through life in general.
Right. If you weren't a professional rugby league player, what would you be doing, mate?
Far out, I don't know. I'll probably be firefighter.
Getting into trouble?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Firefighter? What's the game there,
Putting
bro?
out fires, bro. Putting out fires.
Yes, exactly, mate. Righto. When you finish playing, what do you think you're going to venture into? I mean, you got a lot of you
Yeah,
got some charities there that you're going to do work for.
yeah,
Obviously, the Indigenous community is a big part of your life, and you want to
yeah.
continue that. What about like media? Is that something that would interest you in
Yep.
the future when you're finished?
Yeah, I'd love to, Kevie. I feel like I've grown a lot in terms of the media space, trying to talk in front of a camera in front of people. So definitely something I'd love to upskill and evolve in. That's for sure. Yeah.
Right. Now, to me, you're someone who's very cool and very relaxed on game day. But
Yep.
have you got a ritual or things that you do? Now, I never know. I kept a close eye on you on the Kangaroo Tour, but I didn't sort of pick up too much, except for your
Yeah.
energy on game day was always up and
Yeah.
about. Are there things that you do
Yep.
to make sure, well, in your mind that you need to do to make sure you're ready to go?
Yeah, so I have to strap my left side of my body first, so my left ankle, my left wrist, so forth. And I just always try to have a laugh because I feel like if I'm quiet, I'm just stuck in my own head. So I always just try to be myself on game day
Yep.
because that's what I do during the week. I'm always myself, so I always just try to be myself because I know players love being serious and all that kind of stuff, but just love mucking around, having a laugh.
Oh, beautiful stuff, mate. Well, look, you're a pleasure to coach over there on the Kangaroo Tour, and I'm so pleased that you made that call when you did. Now, we've got a sponsor of the show, Josh, Clear Mountain
Yep.
Stud, right? And it's sort of a, a turning point in your life, or the
Yep.
difference, or a turning point in your life that really either straightened you up or someone said something to you, you thought, wow, that's good advice. I'm going to take that on board. Was there a moment in your career
Yep.
so far where that happened to you? And if there was, can
Yep.
you let us know about it, mate?
Yeah, I'll never forget it. It was against the South Sydney Rabbitohs when I played for the Tigers. I had a shocker. I dropped the ball over the try line. I dropped a couple high balls, and I was so upset that day because I was so embarrassed of my performance. I went home and I cried in my room, and I said, that will never ever happen to me again. And that's when I went down to the Storm and trained my backside off to be the best player I could be, and I used that game, that very moment, those very moments to better me as a football player, and I said that will never ever happen to me again.
Yeah. Was it true? I heard a story the other week because I was doing some research on you. When
Yep.
you're in Melbourne, did Craig Bellamy drag you in to his office and say, mate, what are you going to do with your life?
Yeah,
And you said, I want to be a professional rugby league player. And
yeah,
then
yeah,
did this conversation happen?
yeah. It
So
did,
tell us
bro.
about
It
that,
did.
mate.
Yeah, it was just just pulled me aside and just said, like, what do you want to do with your life, bro? And I just said, I want to be the best football player I can be because that's all I had at that time. And that's all I ever knew and all I was ever good at. So, though going down there, I
Yeah.
knew that would make me or break me pretty much. So I put my best foot forward and ripped in.
That's it, Fox. Well, it's worked well for you, mate, because you're a wonderful player. And the rugby league is an entertainment industry, and you are one of the great entertainers, whether you're on the field, off the field. And I just love your personality as well. I've never really had a lot to do with you over the time. I worked at the Storm, and then I left, and then you came in. But as I said earlier, I love commentating when you're playing. There's always something happening. Myself and Andrew Voss used to love when we get the Storm game and the Fox is on the wing, and we should just have a ball with you. But then to actually go away with you last year and just really resonated with me, how one, good a person you are, and two, your dedication to game. It's no fluke that you play every week and, that you're scoring these tries. It's all about your application and your dedication to the game. And the third thing is rugby league is a team sport. I haven't come across a better team person in my time in football. So where do you get those characteristics from, mate? Are they something that's in your family, or is that something that you've learned to teach yourself? Or
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely in the family. Like my mum, my dad, my grandfather Wally, they're just good people that everyone can connect with. So I just feel like it just runs in the family and just runs in the blood. But I don't know, bro. I just love what I do, and I love being around good people, bro. And that's what brings the best out of me, bro. Being around
yeah,
good people and just trying to help people, bro. Putting a smile on people's faces. So that's what I've always tried to do, and just love rugby league, bro. Pretty simple.
yeah. Well, rugby league loves you too, Fox. You're the man, brother.
Thank
Keep
you, bro.
scoring those tries for the Eels this year.
I appreciate you, bro. You're the man. Thanks, Kevie, bro.
Thanks, Josh. All good, mate.